bought high quality content from me, and let's say you do actually implement all of my directions and advice. Let's say, I can feel good that you're publishing content that I have given my thumbs up to. Um, you're implementing my advice. I know, I have seen for myself that when clients follow my directions, that they can experience success. Um, but a lot of other people in my industry are publishing absolute garbage.
Yeah, but it's not just your industry. It's a lot of industries. Like,
Yes.
there's a person on Facebook, well, more like social media, not even Facebook, that I follow, and I don't know that any of you would be familiar with her, but she is a forager, and she goes out and like educates people about like, you know, what you can use, different plants you can use in the forest to basically feed yourself and everything without dying. She's like, happy foraging, don't die at the end of everything. I don't know, I can't. And so for her, she was talking about how people were buying these books off of Amazon. And this ties into my other story about you too can be a published author on Amazon.
Yeah.
People are going and buying these books off of Amazon for mushroom foraging, and they're created with like ChatGPT and AI. And some people have literally gotten sick because it's given them the wrong information, and they've picked the wrong mushrooms.
That's terrifying.
Right, and people aren't aware that these books have been published by AI and they're not 100% accurate, right? Like, they're figuring this is a great book and blah blah blah, and I'm just like, and then she brings up very good points on her social media about what you need to look for when you are purchasing things on Amazon now, or like even in regular stores. Like if you go to Ross and Marshall, like you can see where businesses have used AI art to print, and how you can tell the inaccuracies in the art by just looking at it.
Yeah.
And, if you're not paying attention, you're going to get ripped off by AI. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it comes in more spaces than just one. And then the other problem I have with it is how incredibly harmful to the environment it actually really is.
So
all of
say
these
more.
all of these data centers use use billions of gallons of water to cool their servers. And it's contaminated water now, and it draws from neighborhoods, it draws from communities, you know and just the environmental damage that it does when people, these companies build, right? Like they build these huge centers to house all these servers, and it forces the wildlife out of their homes. It forces, it creates more heat generation, because it's now essentially a paved space, and all the trees are gone, and light pollution for the birds, the migration, and it's a lot. Like if you research it, you'll really see, like there's all kinds of detriments that AI is just doing to the world right now, and it's not good for the majority of us, but like that 1% that's gaining that profit, though, man, they're raking it in. So, I mean, I encourage everybody to like research before you pull up Chat GPT and start really using it. Like,
Yeah. I reached a point um, in I actually ran a course for a little while called PLR hoarders because I found that people were buying the content, spending hundreds, thousands of dollars over time on content that they were never using, that they were never publishing, that they were hoarding. And then they'd come to me for coaching and I'd be looking through their stash and going, this stuff is outdated. You can't even use it. Like it doesn't have any value anymore. You didn't use it when you had, when it was fresh. What the hell do you think you're going to do with it now? And they're just like, oh, but I spent so much money on it and I can't get rid of it. So I had a whole course on how to let go of shit you're never going to use and focus on, how to spot what is fresh and useful and potentially profitable. But there came a point with all of that, like I just circled through a course of 15 years to just finally coming to a point where I'm done. I just can't be part of the industry anymore. I cannot. For a while, I reassured myself in a strange way by comparing it to like craft supplies. People go and spend a bunch of money on craft supplies and then they stash it in a closet and say they're going to use it someday.
oh
I feel like
yeah.
I'm like no different than that.
I'm like, I'm terrible about that. And I shouldn't be. And I feel like, I know this might be really weird to say, but I feel like it's possibly like a boomer trait that's been passed down to me. Because, the boomers came from their parents who lived through the Depression era and everything. So they did not want to get rid of anything because eventually there's going to be a use for it,
Yeah.
and it's valuable. And so it's always been ingrained, I think, in me. And I know my mom was this way. She was like, I spent a whole bunch of money on this. It's valuable. We need to take care of it. It's going to last forever. And that whole thing and that mentality. And I'm like, okay, so then when I get things, and I'm really guilty about trying to do this to my kids too, and I shouldn't. But also I want to teach them, things are valuable and we should take care of them. But also it's okay if something happens, an accident happens and we need to replace it. It's fine. And then I'm not that way. I'm like, oh my gosh, we have to pay more money for this. Hey, Crimson, welcome in. I'm just not that way, and I should be better about it. Um, it's all a learning experience, but I see that generational pass down now that I'm a mom too. Um,
Yeah.
and man, it's hard to break your own chains. It really is.
I left the PLR industry entirely a little while before I um, retired from business coaching. Um, the the relief I felt about just stepping away, just being done, just walking away from it, and being honest with people about, I don't feel good about it anymore. I know I can continue to generate content, put it out there, sell it to you, and pay my bills, but it starts to feel like um, I'm genuinely not being of service to anybody when I do that because, this has always been true of me. I have to feel like somebody is getting something from what I'm doing. I have to feel useful. I have to feel like it matters to someone.
Right,
And
yeah.
and that's super subjective considering some of the things I do as a side hustle. But needs are getting met. Needs are getting met. And people are happy. And that makes me happy. Um, but yeah, I just had to walk away from the PLR industry. I had to say enough is enough for me. Um, hounds are coming.
Yeah, I know. I don't know that I'm gonna live through it because I'm not anywhere near where I can defend myself, and my heat stone thing is. Ow! 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 Now it's a varglet.
I'm fortunate to be over here by some people. I'm gonna let
I'm putting my walking stick on, and my eye is running to something. I don't know what, but I'm running.
Yeah,
There's a
come
lot.
to me if you can. Come, you're not that far away.
Yeah, I see you on my map. They're following me, so.
I gotta go follow
Woohoo! Did they just like increase in their numbers each time there's an attack?
They do. They keep growing to a point. Oh, the varglet is still alive. He's got a hard on for Abby.
Well, sucks to be him. Did you get a lot of meat? Yay! I lived! I put my walking stick on anyway.
Do you need some more gift wraps? I just gathered up some stuff from you.
You see my TikToks all the time. Are you talking to me or are you talking to Nana? Because I know Nana does TikToks too. This cat.
I need to TikTok my Nana content more often.
I need so many things. I don't even know what I need anymore. It's just, it is what it is. I don't know, like I really enjoy streaming. But I feel like unless you are 100% marketing stuff for yourself and your channel all the time, and you're like always streaming and always on and have like a complete set schedule, like it's really hard to do the things to be completely, I don't want to say profitable, because some streamers do this for, you know, to become profitable. For me, I'm not necessarily doing it to turn a profit. I like to just hang out with friends. I like to game. I like to talk. You know, and that's a really cool thing to me. I think it's awesome to find a community of people and just chill and hang out and have conversations like we are now playing a video game, right? Like, quick question. Do I have to watch the stream to get the new Twitch skins? So the drops, yes, it will count if you are watching the Don't Starve stream, Nana's stream. Because I think Clay only does, they're picky, right? Like they want their ambassadors only to feature the drop content. Like you can gain your drops. So
yeah, you have to watch somebody who is a Clay ambassador.
Right, so not everybody can advertise drops for Don't Starve Together. So make sure when you are looking at a stream that they are a Clay ambassador and their drops are turned on. And you'll start accruing your minutes to gain those rewards. But yeah, so for me, I'm not necessarily in it to be profitable, but I do like to build a community. And so that would be, you know,